The Big Al Podcast with your host, Al Bishop, unfiltered and uncut.
Mr. Graeme Cartmell joining us on the phone just to grab a quick update on EFC. It's fight week, obviously. Mr. G, EFC 59, we've got another new opponent. What do we know about this Brazilian Rocha?
Didn't you ask me on the last podcast if I was 100% certain Henry Fadipe was coming?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. Okay. So. So we've got a lot of contacts around the world at the moment, which is great, with awesome managers. And we contacted one of the management houses that we deal with and said, we're looking for somebody of this caliber that can compete for a title. We've looked through a roster of this management company's athletes before, and we've kind of marked Jose as one of the guys that we would like to sign in the future. And the opportunity presented itself. So when we offered it to him, they jumped at it straight away. They said, no questions asked. And mind you, I'd asked loads of management companies, or we've been speaking to lots of guys in the process of getting them on board. Big record guys. Two of the guys accepted, but unfortunately also couldn't make the visa requirements. Okay. So we went with Jose because we thought he'd present the biggest challenge out of all the guys and be able to come here and kick ass and be on weight and be in shape. So what I know about Jose is that he's a former LFC middleweight champion, which is a Brazilian promotion. He's very, very well versed in Muay Thai. He's had over 30 Muay Thai fights. Okay. And he's a legitimate Brazilian BJJ brown belt out of Pitbull Brothers Gym.
Okay, so we expect a caliber of fighter out of Brazil. The guys are always going to show up with a great skill set. I think we know that much. And was he the first choice of replacement for Fadipe?
So he wasn't the first choice. The first choice was we looked locally. So we looked for Cameron Pritchard, who had another commitment. We couldn't get him on that fight card. So he had another commitment. We looked at Temba Karimbo, but the negotiation didn't happen the way we wanted to. And we were kind of happy about that in many ways, because it wasn't an opponent Drickus was really excited about fighting. You know, the guy wants to challenge himself. It's not that he doesn't see Temba as a challenge, but he considers an international a bigger tote on his record than anything else. And I mean, it's rightly so. Rafael Rocha did wonders for the kid in terms of going out there and beating a high caliber guy like that. So we kind of did a shotgun approach, a scatter approach. We looked at lots of different guys. And because when matching a fight, it's important to get somebody accepted early enough for them to train and present a threat. We were happy to jump at the opportunity when Jose accepted. We'd had two other guys, like I mentioned, internationals. One guy is the European champion. He would have been great, awesome guy, Roberto Soldic, German guy. Unfortunately, he's Croatian birth, and it's going to take too long to get visas going. And we had a Bulgarian who's 14-2. Also an issue with visas. So we looked at those three guys. Those were our three first choices, and fortunately Jose turned up being the guy.
Okay. And
it's cool because we haven't brought Brazilians over. We've had them in the country and fight for us. So that's where I was super excited. I thought, holy crap, this is our opportunity to bring a legitimate Brazilian over. Let's do it. Really excited. Awesome.
What are the logistics like behind pulling something like that off on such short notice?
Man, it is so on the back end of Henry Fadipe, it was the reason he wasn't able to make it was he didn't disclose a certain element to his long-term visa, his long-term application to become an Irish citizen that actually meant he couldn't get something called a nib card, which is it's a stamp in a card that proves that they are legal to be in Ireland and that they can come back into the country. Okay. So it wouldn't have been an issue getting him a Nigerian visa, but it was all this process of getting him back in. It would have been a hell of a story. So I was going back and forth with his immigration lawyer, and I spent 3 weeks literally back and forth with it. So when it came down to the wire, and we said, okay, we're not going to get this guy here in time. And we even discussed with their team flying into Nigeria into South Africa. And it was just turning into a story where we weren't comfortable with the whole process of him coming back into Ireland. And, we didn't want to do that to the guy, have him stranded in Nigeria. So we had to call it. We had to put it out to him and say, Henry, this is the story. It's not going to happen. And yeah, I don't want to speak for him. I know after everything on social media, he's pissed as hell, but it's his own fault. And we can only do as much as we can to book flights, accommodation, send invitation letters, get the guys going, and it's all really in their hands. We kind of do everything we possibly can. So logistically, that was the one component. The next is going and finding somebody, number one, legitimate. So the guy has to be running wins. The guy has to have a good enough record. The guy has to be fit. The guy has to be ready. The guy has to accept our terms in terms of a long-term contract, because we don't want him winning a title and then not being our champion.
Sure.
So that in itself is a whole kettle of fish you've got to deal with. And yeah, it's kind of like staying up late nights, back and forth on the phone to international managers and getting it stitched up. But we did it, Alistair. We got a great opponent, and it's exciting for everyone.
No, 100%. And from my side, I've got to commend you guys on that. I can't even begin to imagine the stresses and late nights and all the work that goes in behind getting a Brazilian here on such short notice. I know a lot of fans were excited about the Fadipe fight, but at the end of the day, you've managed to find a capable replacement, and Drickus gets a good fight, and the fans get a good fight and a great card. So it's all worked out in the end, I guess.
Yes? I wanted to just jump in there, just a quick one. One of the funniest social media posts I've seen so far, somebody had said that EFC, you're planning this. You're trying to build the Drickus Henry Fadipe fight up even more. And I literally pissed my pants. I thought, are you kidding? It's built up enough. We want it to happen, dude. Like, he was sitting here going, I know, I hope he screws up his visa application so we can't get him here.
There's probably the same kind
of
guy.
This fight.
That's the same kind of guy who keeps lots of amounts of tin food for the apocalypse as well. Too many conspiracy theories.
The conspiracy theories. So that wasn't the case. We wanted him here. It didn't happen. But the one thing I saw at Media Day, and I know I'm kind of jumping in on your questions, but the one thing on Media Day that hit me that I didn't really consider was this is where Drickus shines in these types of fights, where you're really throwing him in a place where he's been preparing for a certain stance of guy like a southpaw or a certain style of. I mean, Henry is a huge striker. And to now get a guy that's got a PGA brown belt in the mix and has a huge submission game, it throws so many spanners in the works, and that's where Drickus thrives, when he doesn't know what to expect. So I'm more excited about the kind of developments of the in-fight skill set that we're going to see in this fight. I think Henry Fadipe would have been a great challenge, but I'm really excited now. I'm really excited for the kind of what's going to happen, because you don't know now. You really don't know what this guy can do. Who knows? I mean, I can't imagine what bet exchange. I know they've given Drickus the favorite, but I don't know how they're going to play it out.
Yeah, good luck to them with that. Just on that card, you mentioned Media Day there. Obviously, there was quite a lot of cool stuff that happened there. I think Azzy Thomas obviously was the shining light, as he is.
He's unreal.
You mentioned there in Media Day that Azzy Thomas Pierre Botha would be kicking off the main card. Is that correct? Because it's listed as Ilunga vs Ninawa.
Do you know, it was just, at the time, it was the only guys that I'd done a face-off with that I just got swept up in it. No, they are not kicking off the main card. I screwed that up. Sorry.
You're a little bit emotionally invested there, Mr. G.
Yeah, I was, man. You know what the thing was, is as he stepped out in front of Pierre while Pierre was doing his interview and said, no, this guy's a joke. Are you kidding? And it was just totally odd that it kind of set me, I get really excited for all this stuff. It's palpable. Like, it's happening there and there. It's raw. It's in your face. This is how Ozzy is. He wants to get in Pierre's head. He's under his skin in some ways, I think.
Yeah.
So,
humping
yes,
trees.
I know, and everything. I mean, you could see the whole mood changed once Ozzy did that, and Pierre, Pierre felt it. Yeah, it was cool.
100%.
And please ask me the middleweight story. You asked. I know you're going to ask me that. Come on.
No. I'm sticking to EFC59, and my next question there was, where's Mr. Joe Cummins? We haven't heard much from him.
Cummins is coming. Okay, he is left, and he will be arriving tomorrow morning. So we'll be shooting him for the Engage series, and we love hearing what he's got to say. He's insane. When he was negotiating, actually, he didn't even negotiate a fight. He WhatsApped me out of the blue and told me how much I must pay him to fight Sean Delanga, and then he wants to fight Cameron Pritchard, and then he wants to fight Ricky Stupasi. I think that was the order. I think So he said, these are the guys I'm fighting and pay me this and in this order, and we got a deal. And it was a good deal. I was like, cool, that's cool. Let's do it, man. So he's coming tomorrow.
Okay, so he's in town tomorrow, and Sean Delanga should be in any time soon as well, eh?
Yeah, Delanga's actually being shot for the Engage series now.
Okay.
Our camera crew's out there shooting. He's running through a nature reserve. He's having a prize. He's with his whole team. He's brought like 5 guys up. So he's really well supported, and no injuries from the last fight against Bagatine. So he's rearing, and he doesn't care. He's like, I'm here to bang. Let's go.
Yeah, geez, man, that's a hell of an exciting fight. I think for somebody that's actually never really watched an MMA fight in their life, maybe you want to start there, because I think that's going to produce some fireworks. I think Sean Delanga's got that reputation now, and it'll be interesting to see how he's developed from the last fight. But we know what to expect from him. It's 2 guys that are really going to just go at it, which is going to be fantastic.
And we haven't seen his jiu-jitsu game, Alistair. We haven't seen what he can do on the ground, and we know we don't want it to go there. Invariably, it's built to be a stand-up war, but the kid can handle his own, eh?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think we saw snippets of it against Gordon Ruttman. Like he showed that he does actually have a ground game. He keeps it in the back pocket, though. So let's see how that pans out.
Yeah, have this submission. It was like a card up his sleeve. It's great.
Yeah, sure. And then there's another international, the Frenchman. I don't know how you say his name. I say
Fadipe Rocha. Anyway, he's cool. Roosh. Guys shouting at me, Roosh. So, man, I've already seen some clips that they're shooting of him today. He doesn't speak much English, but that doesn't matter. He's with James Suavo, whose brother is at the UFC, who fought in the UFC, and is their trainer. He's a really cool guy. He produced Cyril Asker for us, and we've had a great relationship with him. And I was looking for a good international to bring out for Francois Groenewold to kind of build up the bantamweight division, get a contender for Demart going, see what's happening there. I know Ishad's just beaten Toomey, so he's calling for it again, but I would like to see Demart fight somebody in between. So maybe Felipe's the guy. But if Francois proves that he can kick Felipe's ass, hey, I'm all for giving him a shot.
Okay.
But Felipe he's a tough guy. Hey? His amateur career was good. His professional career has been good. Good submission artist, predominant submission victory. So I think it's going to be an exciting fight.
All right, yeah, it's exciting. It's also nice to have international guys relatively unknown to the South African public. It brings that air of excitement.
When we sign them, we got to change the way they look, because Felipe looks like Francois, except Francois's got a better beard going on. we need to make them look diametrically opposite.
Yeah. Are you finding fighters on physical appearance now?
Yeah, I mean, nobody will know who they're supporting. We're going to definitely make sure their shorts are different colors.
And then just off EFC59, you announced a nice, on paper, it looks like a fantastic fight for champion Dolce. Can you tell us anything about that?
This guy I'm excited for. So after the whole, after Chad, whatever he decided to do, we said, look, champ is our main priority. He's the champion. He's the guy who's kicked everyone ass, and nobody wants to fight him. So we'll bring over a beast. So we found a guy who's 7-0, currently fights all of his fights out of Japan. So he's, in terms of international level, he hasn't been stuck in a box of just European fights.
Sure.
He's gone and fought in Japan, and we know the level of competition there is far higher than Europe. So this guy is, I think he's over 7 foot. He's a giant, and he loves to stand and bang. And he's also, like champion, got a judo background. And I'm so excited about this guy. He looks like
Sure.
Mr. T.
Yeah, he does look like Mr. T.
Alain Boudot is his name, and he's French by birth, but Japanese by kind of his conditioning and how he's been molded in MMA in his MMA career. So really excited to see him go against Champ. And Champ is a beast.
Sure.
Champ just wants to fight. He's just like, boss man, please get me in there. And I love that guy. He is such a company man and a athlete, and he just brings such an element to EFC that I love it. He's just his aura, everything. He's a great guy.
Okay, and you wanted to mention something about the middleweight division there.
Yes, come on, Adam. Did you not hear it? I announced a mega fight there.
When?
EFC62, 19th of August, we are putting together Yannick Bahati and Rocha.
Is that a done deal? Signed and ready to go?
From Yannick Bahati's side, it is signed and sealed. I wanted to give Drickus this opportunity to get it done here. But he's agreed on the fight. He's ready for the 19th of August. He will get that stitched up and advertised. So, yeah, we're ready to do that fight.
100%.
Finally. And win or lose, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, there's so much bad blood. I know Yannick's going to come out with the Michiel Opperman story and whatever. And Drickus is going to come out just to, get some revenge on his teammate.
100%.
So, taken apart.
Oh, geez, that gets me amped up a little bit. That's a massive fight.
Yeah, it's all exciting.
And
Thank you.
The Engage series, how's that going? Obviously, it's the second time round now. Are you guys getting what you wanted out of it? Is it going what?
I think so. We're getting a lot of response. People are watching it a lot. Fans are enjoying it. I think that it's doing its job, which is showing people exactly what these guys are like. I've had people who've worked in our office that don't really have a lot to do with the fighters, if you can believe that have walked past Gina Mazzani after the show and patted her on the back and said, "Hi, Gina," as if they knew her. And the only reason they felt like that is because they'd watched the show for the last 5 days and kind of built up a rapport without ever having met her.
Sure.
So it has that effect. You get familiarity with guys. You look at guys like Pierre Buerta. You look at where he's coming from, what he's striving for with his family, to build his house, complete his dream, give himself a home with him and his daughter and his wife. And you look at Ozzy Thomas, a guy who's just an absolute beast. He's switched on. He's ready to always get into action. Drickus, everybody's got their own story. They're all on their own journey, these guys.
Sure.
And this gives that look into their lives and go, okay, cool. I like that guy. Not just, I'm going to smash him, I'm going to do this. It is who these people are. Yeah? It's cool.
No,
it's awesome. I'm enjoying watching them. So, and the team's enjoying making them. So I hope the fans enjoy them.
Yeah, but from my side, I really enjoy it. I've always dig that kind of stuff, behind the scenes and kind of hear the story behind the fighter, as it were. All right, Mr. G, EFC 59. I think it's an exciting card. It's one of those cards where there's no straight cut kind of, this guy's a favorite, that guy's an underdog. I think we've got a lot of exciting fights, and yeah, man, the guys really got to get down. I'll ask you a strange question here. If you could sell EFC 59 to us, what should people expect?
You guys, whenever you watch an EFC with this amount of international high-level talent coming in to challenge our guys, the tension inside EFC is palpable, because you will galvanize as South Africans to always support your guy, no matter what the situation is. And it's that type of feeling when you're inside the stadium that makes you want to come back for every single EFC, because it's a phenomenal experience.
No, 100%.
you're going to get quality fights. You're going to get that experience out of the promotion, and that's what we're here to do, to make people want to come back and enjoy MMA. And this is the best way to do it. Come and watch the event, check it out. It's cool. I think tickets are flying, which is great. They all want to come and see their boy Drickus kick ass, and Frana, and, Pierre. But there's a lot of roadblocks there, guys. There's a lot of roadblocks.
Yeah, there's a lot of tough fights.
Hell of it. And if anything, you're going to get to see Sean DeLanga and Joe come to punch each other in the face for 3 rounds. What else do you need me to sell this fight card on? That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, thanks very much for the time.
Thank you very much.
And we'll catch up with you soon. All the best, man. Oh, whoa, one more question. The most important of them all. Where's the vlog, bro?
You liking my vlog?
Yeah, where's it gone, man?
You know what? I've this Henry Fadipe story flipped me out so badly that I wasn't able to make anything. But I'm gonna put something out tomorrow morning. I guarantee you, I'll have my own vlog out tomorrow morning.
Damn you, Fadipe.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you, sir. Enjoy. Ciao.
On Saturday, 13 May at Carnival City, nations will collide as EFC welterweight champion South Africa's Drickus du Plessis clashes with his biggest threat from Brazil, Jose de Rocha, and England's striking superstar Joe Cummins takes on the tenacity and toughness of South African Sean DeLunga. EFC59, Saturday, 13 May, Carnival City. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.